blame, 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 to blaze, to blaze, to blaze, to blaze, oh.
See that she stands before a king. She should ask for something immeasurably better than she can imagine. This is a formidable woman. She may be shut out of the shadow matriarch of Sychar, and Jesus enjoys her strength. Jesus enjoys debating with her and bantering back and forth with her. She's standing up. She's wrestling with him in a certain way, in a certain way, in a certain way. Jesus makes strong people stronger. Are you a real son of Jacob? But whoever drinks the water I give them will never thirst. Indeed, the water I give them will become in them a spring of water welling up to the life of the age to come, of the age to come, of the age to come. The water I give them will become in them a spring of water welling up, welling up to the life of the age to come. Just talking with him, wrestling.
But to blade, to blade, to blade. What's worth living for, Max? He clearly said to blade. He clearly said to blade. You, PK, good to see you guys. Good to see yous. Good to see yous. Yes, her boyfriend is Jesus at the well, at Jacob's well.
With him, verbally engaging him is making her stronger, making her stronger, making her stronger. He's expanding her imagination. He's stretching her. He's growing her. The water I give them will become in them a spring of water to imagine a better world and seek it.
Yeah, it's apparently John chapter 4, the harlot who saved the town at the well.
If you wish to receive it and to live in it, King, believe it, stand up strong. The water I give them will become in them to imagine a better world for the age to come, for the age to come. The woman said to him, Sir, okay, thirsty Jewish smarty pants, you've got my attention now. Put up or shut up. Show me this water. Don't confuse.
Okay, you Jewish smarty pants. You thirsty Jewish smarty pants. Put up or shut up. Show me the water. Can I get an amen?
Use me for a charlatan salesman of cheap, slothy hopes. Believe me, a time is coming when you will Samaritans worship what you do not know. Yet a time is coming and has now come. Yet a time is coming and has now come when the true worshipers will worship the Father in the Spirit and in truth. In the Spirit and in truth. I know that Messiah, called Christ, is coming. When he comes, he will explain everything to us. Then Jesus declared, I, the one who is speaking to you, I am he. From the age to come, from the age to come. The water I give guys, will become in them a spring.
Unlock. That's what I wanted to show you. I got the achievement unlock of Mira Sorvino liking my reply. You can tell it's her because the fancy blue. Woo!
Of water welling up to the life of the age to come. To the life of the age to come, from the age to come. Aging.
The water bearer. Let's go follow the water bearer. You know, there's a clip thing somewhere in my channel where I found the guys who cared a whole lot about the astrology in the book of Revelation. And they say it proves that Jesus was born on 9/11 back in the day or something. I don't know. It's deep down there. Paul, if you're watching this, I thought you'd enjoy this segment here. Oh shit, the savings throws. Everybody. Where's this? Okay, click this. Here, no, this one. Hey, I still haven't done that. Son of a, you were really supposed to do that one, dude. Patrons, man. You have obligations now. This is your job. Shut up. Okay, savings throws work like this. I'm going to give you a bunch of mind-melting bullshit from here on out, and you already saw some. To make sure it doesn't infect you, you get a savings throw. You get to pick between survival, social, wisdom, or heart to tie your savings throw to. Okay? And you pick one, and that's yours. And then I roll them, and if it's over 10, you're okay. If it's 7 and you got a hat, you're okay. Otherwise, the mind control is going to especially work on you. So just get ready for it. You're going to be changed by the experience. Oh! Welcome to the hive mind, chat. If I press this button. No, because you have to fix it. Damn it. Where's the U one? We made one that works. It says U. Aha, there. Pow. This one works, right? No? Still no. Fuck. Oh, guys. This guy is supposed to set me up beforehand. And then he never does. And it just makes me look like an ass. To you, my good friends, in the hive mind chat, over here. Look, you're over here. I can look at you like I'm... Oh, look at you. Homework, anticipation, the things you say in my chat, you wrenched people. You do need a special hat. There's a referral code somewhere in the Discord, and I think whoever finds it and promotes it in the Broken Clock Tower Tavern would probably get trustee status and access to all that if they would do that on the Discord. I don't know, but the savings throws. Here we go. Remember, you picked one from survival, social, wisdom, or heart. Here we go. Wada! Survivalists. You get an 8. So if you had a special hat and you pick survival, you'd be okay. Otherwise, this is going to work on you. This thing I'm doing to your head. Socialists. Prime 17. You're going to be fine. Your programming is well resistant to what follows. Wisdom, folks. This is going to hit you right in the kisser. 4 for the sophists. And 9. Number 9 for the heart, folks. Okay, now, Paul, if you're with us and watching, I know you'd like to see this. This is what happens when I search Vanderclade. This is what I get. The Telos of Communion. I haven't finished. That's from today's Q&A. This is your latest. And psychology trauma. But then, what does God even mean? Summarizes Calvinism. You and Boyce looking mighty straight. And then people also watched, what about the Old Testament? Those two fellers, and then the threesome. Okay, anyway. I am specifically doing the thing I said I was going to do, which means I go to this thing, and I find the video where you did the reading, which was that one? No, it's the music one, right? Tolkien. It's got Peterson and Tolkien in it. This one.
In a sea of turbulence.
Well, the world's made of objects. It's like, no, it's not. It's made of patterns. So music is just like the world because the world's made of patterns. And then music has layered patterns that are all moving together in a harmonious manner. And so what do you do when you hear that, especially if it's got a beat? Well, then you move your body. And you want to, right? The music calls to you to move your body.
The pattern invites us to the dance.
So now you're moving your body.
In them, a spring of water welling up to the life of the age to come. Just talking with him, wrestling with him verbally, engaging him is making her stronger, making her stronger. He's expanding her imagination.
I smoke Morleys because I grew up watching X-Files and the smoker guy was the one who knew shit. And Nick Cave's song with the red right hand. Oh, shit.
He's stretching her. He's growing her. The water I give them will become in them a spring of water to imagine a better world.
Body in sync with the patterned layers of the world. That's meaning. And then there's more to it. So that's so cool. Is music is an analog of the structure of existence itself. You want to, right? The music calls to you to move your body.
The pattern invites us to the dance.
So now you're moving your body in sync with the patterned layers of the world. That's meaning. And then there's more to it. So that's so cool. Is music is an analog of the structure of existence itself. And it calls to you to take part in that. And then, so maybe you dance by yourself, or maybe even better.
According to the woo that follows this evening. Hello, Hive Mind. Perfect. Wiggle, wiggle. God, Paul, God. I shouldn't have named the source God, Paul, because now it's like more likely I click on it. Anything but you. Hey, what's up? Come here, girl. Don't be shy. Come on out. This is Beholda, everybody. She came into being when we did that Grail Country project together. Good to see you, honey. Aha! Oh yeah, look, I you know, shut up, man. It was important to me. You're a douche. And the partridge in the Okay, so where were we? Okay, yeah.
Invites us to the dance.
So now you're moving your body in sync with the patterned layers of the world. That's meaning. And then there's more to it. So that's so cool. Is music is an analog of the structure of existence itself. And it calls to you to take part in that. And then, so maybe you dance by yourself, or maybe even better, you dance with someone else. And so then you both bring your bodies into this patterned relationship with this multi-layer harmony together in a spontaneous way, indicating that you can both play and are therefore potentially trustworthy future mates. That
It's an invitation into fruitful participation. Go back to my conversation with Dr. Jim.
That's unbelievably cool. And birds dance. It's not just human beings, you know. So
Look at the little video I made with the pulled in Peterson and the Weinstein and Hying, and then the conversations on beauty that I posted last week.
this is a deep thing. And then music does something else too. It puts you on the border between chaos and order, because a boring song does exactly what you
Weinstein and Hying, and then the conversations on beauty.
It puts you on the border between chaos and order. And then music does something else too. It puts you on the border between chaos and order. And then music does something else too. It puts you on the border between chaos and order. And then music does something else too. It puts you on the border between chaos and order, because a boring song does exactly what you expect it to do and gets dull very quickly. And an unlistenable song is so random you can't follow it.
And what this putting us on the border of too much, if we're not right there on that border of chaos and order, then we don't feel like we're making progress towards whatever it is we believe we should be pursuing.
And so what you want is predictability with a leaven of unpredictability. And then that puts you right on the edge.
Are you right on the edge? No, you're not. Crane dance. What's a crane dance? What did you request, Patty J? Well, I'm missing things. I'm being inattentive to my hive mind. I apologize. I don't see what Patty, oh, can you take my wrench away? Yes. Too much responsibility, I understand. I'm sorry, sir. You don't want to be associated with this sort of content. I also understand. You should have never been around here. I don't know why. You just used me, Patty. You just used me. I love you.
That's the zone of proximal development. Vygotsky discovered that.
Like a Hendrix song.
Yeah, like a Hendrix song. Well, any great music does that.
But I mean, Hendrix has so much creativity inside the structure of the song because there's riffs that he'll do.
Right. And everyone loves. Oh man, I went to this bar in Nashville. This band was playing Kelly Chaos and Order in this virtuosic manner. And it's not amenable to rational criticism, which is the thing that I thought that struck me as so miraculous about music, and why it has this element of salvation. It's like it puts you directly in touch with the meaning that sustains you in life directly, and it shows you what that would be, which is something like to observe the harmonious interplay of the patterns of being stacked on top of one another, and then to reflect
of the way that music can invite us into the great dance, and what this made me think of. And seek it if you wish to receive it and to live in it. King, believe it, stand up strong. The water I give them will become in them. To imagine a better world for the age to come, for the age to come. The woman said to him, Sir, okay, thirsty Jewish smarty pants, you've got my attention now. Put up or shut up, show me this water. Of is the Silmarillion. This is from the Silmarillion, the music of the Ainur. There was Eru, the one, who in Arda is called a Iluvatar, and he made first the Ainur, the holy ones, that they were the offspring of his thought, that they were with him before aught else was made. And he spoke to them, propounding to them themes of music, and they sang before him, and he was glad. For a long time they sang, only each one alone, but a few together, while the rest hearkened. For each comprehended only that part of the mind of Iluvatar from which he came, and in the understanding of their brethren they grew but slowly. Yet even as they listened, they came to deeper understanding and increased in unison and harmony. And it came to pass that Iluvatar called together all the Ainur, and declared to them a mighty theme, unfolding to them things greater and more wonderful than he had yet revealed. And the glory of his beginning and the splendor of its end amazed the Ainur, so that they bowed before Iluvatar and were silent. Then Iluvatar said to them, Of the theme that I have declared to you, I will now that ye make in harmony together a great music, and since I have kindled you with the flame imperishable, ye shall show forth your powers in adorning this theme, each with his own thoughts and devices, if he will. But I will sit and hearken, and be glad that through you great beauty has been wakened into song. So you see, Iluvatar starts singing, creates the Ainur, and creates the Ainur so that they can take the song and continue to develop the song. And so in that way, in a sense, glory is multiplied and strengthened and greatened. The voice of the Ainur, like unto harps and lutes and pipes and trumpets and viols and organs and the like, unto countless choirs singing with words, began to fashion the theme of Iluvatar to great music, and a sound arose of endless interchanging melodies woven into harmony that passed beyond hearing into the depths and into the heights, and the places of the dwelling of Iluvatar were filled to overflowing. Then the music and the echo of the music went out into the void, and it was not void. Never since have the Ainur made any music like this music, though it has been said that the great still shall be made before Iluvatar by the choirs of the Ainur and the children of Iluvatar after the end of days. Then the themes of Iluvatar shall be played aright and take being in the moment of their utterance, for all shall then understand fully his intent in their part, and each shall know the comprehension of each, and Iluvatar shall give to their thought the secret fire, being well pleased. But now Iluvatar sat and hearkened, and for a great while. Don't confuse me for a charlatan salesman of cheap slothy hopes. Believe me, a time is coming when you will Samaritans worship what you do not know. Yet a time is coming and has now come. Yet a time is coming and has now come when the true worshipers will worship the Father in the Spirit and in truth. In the Spirit and in truth. I know that Messiah, called Christ, is coming. When he comes, he will explain everything to us. Then Jesus declared, I, the one who is speaking to you, I am he. From the age to come, from the age to come. The water I give them will become in them a spring of water welling up to the life of the age to come. To the life of the age to come, from the age to come. Aging him is to the life of the age to come, from the age to come. He's expanding her imagination. He's expanding her imagination.
Special thanks to Chris Petkow, who has a conversation with me in my Conversations and Such playlist. I'm on his channel like 3 times, 4 times maybe. Check it out. They're also in the Conversations playlist because that's where I put my Conversations and Such. It's a playlist called Conversations and Such. I'm having fun with the paint thing. I hope you guys are too. I'm just like real-time RS animating Pastor Paul reading J.R.R. Tolkien, but it's groovy. You is asking me about my stamina. Look, see, how long is this stream going to go? Like 10 more minutes and holler? I need a clip of something to run while I go consult Seshet. And if that happens, then I got at least another 40 minutes in me. But I don't have a clip of anything to play, so let's go to your channel and find something, eh? Everybody, All Seeing You is one of the best at what she does. All Suing You. No, that's what if it doesn't work out, you're gonna do the sewing circle. Right? Right. I'm a snipe. Here's from her latest release.
You right, babe.
Late Night Larbery, Why I Love DeLarpo. At 1 hour and 33 minutes deep, this is what she had for you. And I'll be back shortly. Remember, Embody. Remember, Embody. There is no agency. We want what's best for you. Seshet is Thought's lady friend. Brought to you by a bunch of anonymous people and R. And I promise, guys, one day, I mean, soon, I mean, this is from you.
Moment to moment, one after the other, stretching further and further.
Listen, underscore. I'll fuck you up, dude. I'll fuck you up. You get the fish. You get the fish.
Why don't we get Karen Omote to fucking shit to the Vanguard? You know what? You know what's interesting is these people. People like that analogy on the internet, like, "Oh, you're behind the keyboard talking shit." Well, it's like you won't see me in real life. People won't even get on the phone. They won't even let you hear their voice. It's like, dude.
No, I don't want to show my face. Oh, I got a bunch of that. Like, yo. I'm like, dude, I'm a tin character, okay? Like, you're yelling at us wearing fucking Illuminati sunglasses, dude. Like, I'm not trying to show my face, dummy.
Don't be a
Dear YouTube, I came back, and that can only mean one thing. Despite repeated desperate warnings spanning the last half-decade, the all-seeing you continues her maniacal domination of the funnier side of the truth community. That's right, I could barely believe it myself, but it is a true story. This absolute monster has been appearing on her ScrewTube channel, kicking up new dust through her antics and causing concern among laughers, large and small, that she might
There's this thing that happens on YouTube. Well, all social media, really. The most reliable way to get attention and get engagement is to have some drama going on. Drama. It's good if you can be in a fight with somebody and then you put the camera on and you put your fucking face there and you just complain. Complain! Right? You just...
communicate to a machine.
All right, that's enough trauma bonding. Everyone okay? Why does it still say Econet? I have wrenches. You see the wrench, you're supposed to click on that Sisterhood Online and put report the spam bot. Guys, that's what wrenches are supposed to do. It's kind of cold in here. Here's some more of this.
While it seemed good to him, for in the music there were no flaws. But as the theme progressed, it came into the heart of Melkor to interweave matters of his own imagining that were not in accord with the theme of Iluvatar. For he sought therein to increase the power and the glory of the parts assigned to himself. To Melkor, along with Ainur, had been given the greatest of gifts of power and knowledge, and he had a share in all the gifts of his brethren. He had gone often alone into the void, seeking the imperishable flame. For desire grew hot within him to bring into being things of his own. And it seemed to him that Iluvatar took no thought for the void, and he was impatient of its emptiness. Yet he found not the fire, for it is with Iluvatar. But being alone, he had begun to conceive thoughts of his own, unlike those of his brethren. Some of these thoughts he now wove into his music, and straightway discord arose about him. And many that sang nigh him grew despondent, and their thought was disturbed, and their music faltered. But some began to attune the music to his rather than to the thought which they had at first. This, you can see their fall in terms of the music now. The discord of Melkor spread even wider, and the melodies, which had been heard before, foundered in a sea of turbulent sound. But Iluvatar sat and hearkened unto it. Seemed that about his throne there was a raging storm, as of dark waters that made war one upon another, in an endless wrath that would not be assuaged. Then Iluvatar rose, and the Ainur perceived that he smiled, and he lifted up his left hand. And a new theme began amid the storm, like and yet unlike the former theme, and it gathered power and it had new beauty. But the discord of Melkor rose in uproar and contended with it. And again there was war of sound more violent than before, until many of the Ainur were dismayed and sang no longer, and Melkor had the mastery. Then again Iluvatar rose, and the Ainur perceived that his countenance was stern, and he lifted up his right hand, and behold,
it goes faster than I can draw. Son of a... Okay. All right, let's do it then. Let's go to the hard part. Get the hard part over. They got to go another 40 minutes now, I said. Son of a bitch. Okay, so once upon a time, 2011-ish, I was at the very transactional portion of my existence. And, confessionals, you dropped it. There you go. You guys aren't saying anything. Son of a... So somehow, through G+, I was introduced to the raw contact, the transcripts of the recordings, which over the last year or so have been being released on YouTube as recordings. And 90 came out today, and 90 is... So, like, when I say my woo, it's the blue chicken people woo from the Galactic Confederation. The story goes, okay, so let's see what they have on the page. I'll run through this bit. Turn paint off. Here. See, all the audio is there. It's from the 80s. It's fascinating. I like the way he talks. The channeled voice guy. Here, check this shit out. This spook guy right here, and this lady.
Fading Scar was done about 2 weeks ago, and
the guy with the creepy the guy with the creepy mustache, he's just the interviewer guy. But like that lady on the right is the instrument through which the voice is channeled, and the guy on the left is the spook. He's Don Elkins, and he's the one who asked the questions to the voice.
4 days ago she did the
there was
transplant.
No sort of anesthesia at all involved in it.
No, there was nothing, although the healing, as you can see, is very well advanced.
I don't know what this has to do with UFOs, but this is a fascinating thing in itself.
Well, this is a very advanced part of UFO research. You get into all kinds of things when you start with UFOs.
I mention this because the UFO phenomena is very far-reaching, and the UFO phenomena actually led me into this type of research. This is going to London. I'm going to mail it at the airport tonight. It goes to a medical doctor who was present at the surgery Wednesday night. He left for London yesterday, and this will catch up with you.
Is surgery like that legal in America?
It's not legal almost anywhere, which is why we haven't said too much about the specifics. This kind of healing, although it has existed for many years, has not been recognized by the medical profession in an orthodox sense. And although medical people all over the world are working hard to bring all of this kind of healing into one.
Well, it's obvious if you had a kidney transplant, you must have had some major health problems.
Oh yes, I've been on disability for a year with arthritis, and the arthritis came from kidney failure when I was 13. An interesting part of this healer, and this is true of many healers like this, is that when I came to her with arthritis.
All right, so those two and the transcriptionist, who is the only one that's still alive, as far as I know. As far as I know, he's still alive. And, like, he was the scribe, which, you know, since I did it for a living, it was resonant or whatever. But anyhow, those two and him get together in the woods and channel this voice and record it and then transcribe it into the... And they're releasing the recordings, and 90 came out today, and 90 is fascinating because it's the one in which they say that the big innovation of our reality is the opposable thumb. It's neat, but what they do, which is respectable, I respect them for this, right? At the beginning, they say the use of this audio is not for a commercial; it's for personal study. Don't use this audio for anything else without contacting us. And I'm like, aha. This is the visual, not the audio. And they said so I can read random parts. And you'll see why I like the way this guy talks. Let's the direction of questions is your provenance. You're streaming, well, thank you. Hi, everybody. You should like, share, subscribe, and support you financially. This is blue chicken people stuff. It does it for me for a cosmology. If you have a better one, or you have like other than, like I try to figure out where they're wrong so I can dismiss this and move on to bigger and better things. But it's a beautiful cosmology, and I haven't found one better yet. We're all streamers of the stream. Oh wait, they said octave right there, son of a. It may be that the inhabitants of an island are not alone upon a planetary sphere. But if an ocean-going vehicle in which one may survive has not been invented, true knowledge of other islands is possible only if an entity comes among the islanders and says, "Hey, I'm from elsewhere. I'm General Griswold Gaius Grim of the First LARP Ingression Protocol, and I jumped into one of your humans in a town in Colorado through a portal on a bike trail when he was playing the video game Ingress, which was invented by some ex-CIA guy who works for Google. Anyway, that's from 81.18 of the raw contact. The transcript's available on their website, link probably below. But this is 81, not 90, bro. You're supposed to be on 90. That's the opposable thumb one. Well, I just hit backwards. You're nervous. You know why you're nervous? Because Daniel Schmachtenberger and Kurt Jaimungal could not manage to get an episode together in which caught in a landslide. Now, we are not entirely sure why our logos and several neighboring logoi, that's the sun has a heliosphere, and they made a big deal that one of their satellites had penetrated outside of it. Otherwise, I didn't even realize we had a heliosphere. And for me, when he says logos, that's within that bubble is effectively what it means. So when they say neighboring ones, it's basically stars, sun system things. We are not entirely sure why our logos and several neighboring logoi of approximately the same space-time, right now, around now, of flowering, they were all blooming at the same time, chose the bipedal erect form of the second density apes to invest. Now, when they say density, it's this rainbow shit over here. Basically, like the thicker spiritual density you have, the more access to energy centers you have. This is a matter of thickness, your spiritual thickness. I think it's all in the now, and like they make it sound like we're progressing through densities over time, but I think it's like you do it while you're incarnate in each form. But I have no evidence for that whatsoever. Fuck. That's 10 of the 40. Fuck, really? Jeez. Oh, let's just read this dude's shit for 30 minutes. You'll be fine. Okay, we'll do this. I don't know. I wouldn't know how. And I'm not that type of person. You know me better than that. Do you have our discussion? Because it should be in my conversations and such playlist, and I don't think it is. So, you wanna? No, but what? But ingratiation scheme appeal to them as human people. See if you can get more patrons. Come on. Okay. Yes. Other than that, they're blue chicken people. What do you have against what they're putting forth? Because it makes a lot of sense, especially if you're gonna believe in evolution and spirituality. Why not combine the two and say that you're here to evolve spiritually by choosing either the left or right hand path through which to continue your evolution? Would you like to go sing your own Melkor music, or would you like to sing the Everybody Loves music? Like, it's cute when you start, and he approves, but like later on, you're gonna get smacked down to bring it all back together. And this path is like, you have to be mean to everybody. You have to love yourself so much you don't care about the damage you cause. Like, you reciprocally narrow your love to yourself until it becomes a problem. And then you get as much wisdom and advancement as you can up that path. But you're going to get, eventually wisdom leads to, returning to the Creator's prodigal sonning it. So anyway, there's this other path that everybody else is on, and you have to pick one. And for me, it's like, okay, if they're both viable paths, what's the appeal to this one? Because it looks stupid. So I've been looking into that. Meanwhile, this is like blue chicken weirdo bullshit that's stupid to believe in. Well, but atheism materialism, nihilism isn't a good model either. So what's better than this model for a cosmology? Good day, Johnny. Hit me up. What's wrong with the electric universe theory? Where is that wrong? Why is that stupid? Pick it apart. Find the wrong for me, because my brain is stuck here and I can't advance to your way of thinking until someone does. You see, it makes the most sense. And like, there's problems. Like, they say they're one of the Jesus fanfics that said he killed somebody as a kid. That's in there, so you can have it that angle. They say the pyramids were basically built by sound and working with the whatever. But these guys, see, I listened to it like the last time through, or on and off as these new ones have come out. As like, okay, so let's say these are the Ra is the devil, and they're fucking with these people, and I've been like, so I listened to it with that angle, because like, what happened to the people? The questioner guy, he does the sessions end because the questioner guy doesn't make it. So like, there's always that buy their fruits angle that was like, whoa, how much should I pay attention? But like, the hook that got me when I first started reading it, because I read them originally and it wasn't this audio thing. was that they identified as the brothers and sisters of sorrow, and that was like, hey, all right, I see where you're coming from. Let me listen closer. There's I don't know, but like when I say my woo, this is my woo, man. This makes the most sense that existence is an octave and your life is a song. Like resonating, what does that mean? Resounding. It's like, why is Starscream my favorite Decepticon? What does that mean? What does that say about me as a person? Why don't we have like archetypal resonant self-knowledge tools? Like, oh wait, it's the tarot. That's in here too. They invented it. So please pick it apart, like with a big brain. Big brain, pick it apart and show me I'm stuck. Help a stuck fella. Meanwhile, here's some words. At the point at which an entity, either by accident or design, reflects an archetype, the archetypical mind resonates. Thus, random activation of the archetypical resonances begins almost immediately in third density experience. The disciplined use of this tool of evolution comes far later in this process. It better not be copyright, Chad. I know you don't give a fuck, but I'm trying to get to 1,000 subs in the monetization review. Oh. Pasting that link did bad things to me, Chad. Sorry. Okay, hold on. Copy link address. Paste it into Twitter. Why didn't you reshare my tweet, guys? Do you not love me? Is that what's going on here? Is this a hate fuck? Are you hate fucking me right now? It still didn't work, Chad. I tried twice. It's not meant to be.
A third theme grew amid the confusion, and it was unlike the others, for it seemed at first soft and sweet, a mere rippling of gentle sounds in delicate melodies, but it could not be quenched, and it took to itself power and profundity. And it seemed at last that there were two musics progressing at one time before the seat of Iluvatar, and they were utterly at variance. The one was deep and wide and beautiful, but slow and blended with immeasurable sorrow, from which its beauty chiefly came. You can think of C.S. Lewis and his Sensuch. The other had now achieved a unity of its own, but it was loud and vain and endlessly repeated, and it had little harmony, but rather a clamorous unison as of many trumpets braying upon a few notes. And it essayed to drown the other music by the violence of its voice, but it seemed that its most triumphant notes were taken from the other and woven into its own solemn pattern. In the midst of this strife, whereat the halls of Iluvatar shook, and a tremor ran out into silence yet unmoved, Iluvatar rose a third time, and his face was terrible to behold. Then he raised up both hands, and in one chord, deeper than the abyss, higher than the firmament, piercing as the light of the eye of Iluvatar, the music ceased. Then Iluvatar spoke, and he said, "Mighty are the Ainur, and the mightiest among them is Melkor. But that he may know, and all the Ainur, that I am Iluvatar. Those things that ye have sung, I will show them forth, that ye may see what ye have done. And thou, Melkor, shall see that no theme may be played that hath not its uttermost source in me, nor can any alter the music in my despite. For he had attempteth this shall prove but mine instrument in the devising of things more wonderful, which he himself hath not imagined." Same story. Same story. That evil must always employ the strength of good. And for that reason, the nihilism cannot long endure and will someday end. And Tolkien wrote.
Okay, and then there. All right, now what? Fuck my life. I heard you were talking to me, but then I had to have my earphones off. Oh, I perfected my snipe stream. I don't know. The most important thing I have to say to you is that as soon as my patron budget allows, I will hire you to do things. Things you may not... Things you wouldn't do for not money, probably. Moving on, Chad the alcoholic. Keep moving on. No, the Chad the alcoholic. What? You're lucky I love you, you alcoholic. Moving on, Chad the alcoholic. Let's see what happens. Eh? We'll do it together. Six, keep moving. Keep moving.
One too many thoughts, too many rights to be wrong. Never the answers to be found. Second guess and put them down. One too many walls building up and work around them. Looking for courage to tear down. Conscious to every sound. And I continue on. Still I need to want. And I still have my highs and lows like they're night and day. Yeah, sometimes feel the need to break. Life's a complex song.
See, life's a song. I fucking told you already. Life's a song. Keep moving. Do we need to open our wisdom centers and keep moving in harmony with this regenerative motion? Are you a tinfoil hat? Wait, get out of my... You guys have to be off of this. Are you... Do people accuse you of wearing a tinfoil hat like you're some sort of conspiracy theorist? Well, if they do, tell them, no, sucker, I've upgraded to a Get Lamb's Faraday beanie. It blocks out the EMF waves. See, watch. Oh, you can't hardly hear with all the blockage. Okay. What tweet leak? Which one? Do you want to retweet my Mira Servino achievement? That's this. That's where is? Okay, it's here. There. This is the reply she liked. Right here. Right here. Oh my God. There. Oh, well, no one can accuse you of having good taste, you. Okay, everybody, I didn't make it to 40 minutes, but it is way longer than my normal bullshit, and apparently it got sniped, so here's some more. No, I'll fucking read raw. I said it. I'm reading fucking raw. Okay, the harvest thing. That was one of the cool bits about reading raw, is that, like, back then, it was in the 80s, and it was like the harvest starts in 30 years, bruh. And so that's also a good hook for it, or attention hook. So when they say harvest, it means the harvest of souls before, because we're picking a side and going up a level, and that part's now. This Logos chose not to do so, but instead to allow more of the love and light of the infinite creator to both inwardly and outwardly visible and available to the sensations and conceptualizations. Yeah, I don't know why it's so easy to me in my head when I'm reading it, but like trying to, like when knowing that I'm saying these words to other people is like, these are very confusing words, man. And I'm like, but when I read them, they make sense. But not whatever. Just keep moving.
Still I sing along.
That's what to sing along? Is that what are on the screen? All right, let's go. I'm game. You had 33 views when I got here. You know that's.
Far too many souls painted black scattered holes, looking for healing, feeling cold. Building fire for a comfort zone.
I'm not building fire for it. I can't do that.
I swore short, who am I, not who you? Take my hand and show me through. Surprising what we'll find is true. And I continue on. Still I need to want. And I still.
I'm gonna stop there because need to want is a line, right? It's like a anesthetized will, an anesthetized will, an anesthetized will. Remember, embody. Don't be an anesthetized will. Embody. You guys want to start doing some Tai Chi on Twitch in the mornings? I don't want to live stream too much. I already flood the YouTube platform with I need to refine, give you guys more finished product and less random live stream bullshit. But I really want to start trying to do some Tai Chi bullshit. And I think the only way I'm going to be able to do that is if I do it in front of somebody. Because, like, making myself continue to do things is not my specialty. So think about it. Let me know. Tai Chi, it's just like moving real slow, but like embodying. And like embodying, remember, embody is like a step forward in accountability. And speaking of which, I love you, patron Shadow Cabal, and I will step forward in that way soon. I've been caught in a landslide.